All right, I am at 6642 Zinnia Street. I hope I'm saying that right. We are to clean out the basement underneath a utility sink that is next to the washer. You'll probably hear me grunting on camera, so I apologize. It's a little difficult to push through, but definitely doable. All right, so we have an ABS clean out. And then we immediately go into the cast. I'm going to go ahead and zero out my footage now. It's on the lower left-hand side of the screen. And here we go. So just a little bit of standing water right there at that sweep, which is kind of normal. And we pretty much immediately come out of it. I did run water a few minutes ago. There is only one spot where there was standing water, and it's very little. I would estimate probably half an inch or less, which is really not a belly to me, and there's no sediment sitting there. So, well, at least what there was, we pushed out easily with the camera head and water. So I'm going to run some water, clean off the head. I guess the sink that I'm right below joins somewhere down the line, so we'll push farther down. So there's scale on this cast iron. It's fairly modern. There's where my sink's connected. There we go. Clean the head off. There's scale on this cast iron. It looks to be relatively good shape. I don't see much of any evidence of rot on the bottom side. Snaking it would moderately help with the scale. The best way to get that would be a descaler machine, which is something Garvin's does offer in the future. Is it necessary? Probably not. I think that just regular rotor rootering it would be just a smart idea, just because of there is one minor root intrusion spot at the very end of the line, and I think if you rotor rooted it, it would take kill two birds with one stone. Trying to make that picture clear, guys. That's a little better. We do turn a few times in the cast and then a couple times in the clay. Cleaning it would be a little difficult because of the access and the amount of turns. I explained to my realtor here that cleaning the roots, you're never going to get all of them 100%. So the root growth is in. I know the house has been vacant for 6 months, and it's not very many. But that's something that I think preventative maintenance once a year would help keep backups at bay, as well as not having cracks at that spot if the root were to have continued growth with no check, if you will. Okay, right here at 30 and a half feet, we transition from cast to clay, and then we stay from clay all the way out. Surprisingly enough, there is no root intrusion, or if there is, it's very little. I'm unsure of the status of this line, if it got cleaned before my camera a few months back or anything like that, but as you can see in this joint here, I'm not seeing much of anything when it comes to any intrusion of roots, which is good. As you can see, there's no standing water so far throughout any of the pipe, which is good. As you can see here, no root intrusion there. I know some people would see this and say that's an offset. That is not. That is just the fitting. There's the slightest separation, but that's not separated to let any earth in. take a dip down. We have more of a pitch here. Again, no roots there. There might be some on the left side. It's hard to tell. Again, yearly preventative maintenance would take care of that if that were indeed roots. That's some scale from whenever so right here we have just the slightest amount of water will quickly come out of it. I wouldn't consider this a belly. Maybe there is a leveling here, but as you can see, there's really nothing debris wise in there. And I think it's just because the joint has kind of settled ever so slightly. And like I said, we'll come out of it within 5 feet. So that to me is not worrisome. See there again, looks to be in great shape. Apologies for the grunting and the heavy breathing. Come on. We are close to the end. All right, we're about to dip into the city, and you're going to see some minor root intrusion right here. You can see it. It's hard to see the left side of the pipe, but it's not enough to reach the bottom, and it's not enough to grow up or down the pipe. So again, like I said, it would be hard to cut these out because of the amount of turns and the distance we have, but it's still doable by all means. So like I said, if this were my house, I would not be worried about the drains as a whole. They're actually in really great condition, in my humble opinion. As long as we're cleaning it out once a year, at least in the beginning, we'll be able to keep this drain probably working for a lot longer. 20, 30, 40 years is not out of the realm of possibility. Even farther than that, our distance from the clean out to the city is 92 feet, which is pretty standard. It's a little long, pretty standard. If you have any other questions, refer to the sewer scope report, as well as you can always call in Garvin's if you have any further questions after today's date. My name is Caleb. Thank you very much.